back there is Drew Smith. Wolf will be kicking off. Almost no wind. There's the kick. A long boot towards Smith. Bounces inside the 10, inside the 5, and he picks it up inbounds at the 4 to the 10. He's tripped up once, stays in the seat. 15, 18-yard line. That's where he's brought down. Well, he might have been able to let that ball go out of bounds, but we were roaring in on him, and he decided to pick it up 1 foot in bounds at the 4, and he returned it out to around the 18-yard line to the 19, and that's where Benton takes over. 1st and 10.
And this will be our first look at that big offense that Benton talks about. See if they don't give the ball to Summery right off the get-go here.
They go 235, 240, and 245 on the left side. 205 and 255 and 240 on the right side. 240 is their wideout Schaefer. He's 6'3", 240. Here goes the one wide receiver out to the left side, and split receivers backs in the deuce on 1st down. Strong side right. The quarterback hands off, and there's ball carrier Summer. Gets away, gets by another, still going, and he's across the 40 to the 46-yard line. That was Lampley on the carry. Finally brought down by Hamill and Howard. Lampley, a carry of 25 yards and a 1st down for Benton all the way out to the 45-yard line. That's the way the game begins. A couple of broken tackles and a big run by Lampley.
And I think we were looking for Summery. They got the ball to the other running back. A big hole, and he into the secondary pretty quickly and able to be brought down by Jake Howard, and Brian Straw helped finish him off.
Jason Packard is the quarterback, 5'9", 160, a senior. Now he sets it up in the straight tee with everybody pulled in. 1st and 10. And there's a handoff. Summery counters back to the left side, and it's cross midfield to the 49 of Mount Carmel. Nice run on 1st down. Pickup of 6. 2nd down and 4. We're just underway.
You called Summer right. He runs like a water bug, darts back and forth.
Chris Walters, also one of the tight ends, 6'3", 195. Here comes Lampley bringing in the play, so that 3rd running back brings it in. 2nd down and 4 for Benton. Line of scrimmage to Mount Carmel, 49-yard line. We're just underway. Now Walters checks out wide to the left side and a wing to the left. Now the backs are in the deuce. Lampley's the wing left. Strong side left, and Packard calls the signal. And hands off. Ball carrier inside move. Almost broke it inside. He was slowed up and then dropped. The ball carrier that time, Buddy Elders, near the marker to the 47-yard line. Give him 2. 2nd down and 3rd down and 2. Chris Johnston on that defensive front for the Aces, along with Stephen Isle, who is in the game, again wearing number 32 this week. There's big Brian Straw in there, and Josh Woods. That's the front 4 for the Aces. Conrad, the leading tackler in the ball club, in the linebacker spot. Also, there is, at one of the linebacker spots today for the Aces, Tyler Butts. Now wing left, backs in the deuce. It's 3rd and 2. Strong side right. Packard calls, hands off. Elders powers his way. He's met, dropped, shy of the marker. The whole front line. Straw leads the way. Brian Grant came up along with Isle. 1-yard gain. It's 4th and 1 now for Benton. So they didn't make it. He's a yard shy at the Aces 46. And the Rangers are going to go for it. Packard looking over for the call. And here it comes with the wingback. Lampley bringing it in. And the first big 4th down play of the day. The Benton fans all stand. Aces fans roaring on the other side. 9:24 to go, 1st period. Wing to the left, strong side right. The backs are in the deuce. Elders is right behind the QB. And here's Packard's call. Tries to draw the Aces off. Didn't. Timeout. Had to waste the timeout after he tried to draw the Aces off. Summery had set on a wing to the left side. So a timeout called by Benton. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be right back. No score here early in Benton.
Robert Walter Furniture Company in Mount Carmel is slashing prices to rock bottom during their store-wide clearance sale. Now's the time to find the best deals on the best furniture. Robert Walter Furniture Company is closing out all dining room and living room suites, and that means big savings for you. Plus, Robert Walter Furniture has special prices on all bedding during this big sale. If you're looking for quality name-brand furniture and bedding at discount prices, look no further than Robert Walter Furniture Company, 528 Market Street, Mount Carmel, serving the Wabash County area since 1868.
In Mount Carmel, see your good neighbor, State Farm agent Dan Schonert, for all your insurance needs.
And that's Elders, and it's 4th down, and the quarterback, now there's the pitch. Summery drops the ball, picks it up, he's dropped, short, Ace's ball. Bad play from the get-go, and it's Butler that ends up making the stop on Summery. Quarterback pulled out, option left, looked a little confused from the start, and he pitched the ball to Summery, who bobbled it, dropped it, picked it up. Aces take over at the Benton 49, a loss of 5 on the play. Well, you don't like to see that if you're a Benton coach, especially after a timeout when you've got all the time in the world to set it up. And then they botch it like that. Now let's see if the Aces can take advantage. Michael Brewer checks out wide to the left side. Wingbacks are Summers and Storkman. Butler, the setback. Strong side right behind Drone. Storkman in motion. Handoff. No. Drone keeps. 45. Spins his way near the 40. Still on his feet. First down on the dive for Luke Drone to the Benton 38. An 11-yard run. Nifty run by Drone as he nears the 800-yard mark on the ground now. First down, Aces to the Benton 38. Gain of 11. Well, we were here in 1995. These two have played a playoff game before. The Aces won here. Benton, and to this day, they are the nicest community. They were the nicest sets of fans we've ever dealt with in all our 20 years on the road in playoff time.
And that's what I remember about that 95 trip down there, how pleasant they were.
Now first down, Storkman in motion. He gets the call, countering back left side, but they stay home. Benton does. They wrap him up for a gain of 1, maybe 2, to the Ranger 37-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play by Clayton Storkman. Second down and 8. Well, Luke Drone has over 2,000 yards in total offense for the Aces this year. I cannot ever remember an Aces quarterback leading the conference in passing and rushing. That's phenomenal. But if you take into account all the great Haywood years, he didn't put up over 2,000 yards on the ground, and Rafferty didn't put up 2,000 in the air, and yet Drone's responsible for over 2,100 yards. Now 2nd and 8, Drone calls the signals, wing left. Uh-oh, he jumped on the left side. That'll cost us 5 yards. Well, we don't make too many mistakes, but we made one there. Hamill, the tight end, jumped on the left side, and that'll cost the Aces 5 yards. The winner of this game plays either Addison Driscoll or Huntley. Those two playing up north this afternoon will try to get a score on that game. The winners vie on the turf at Memorial Stadium in Champaign next Friday night. Don't forget, UPN 12 will have complete coverage of all 8 games live on the IHSA television network. That's next weekend. Maybe Mount Carmel will be in one of them, huh? Now 2nd down. Butler and Storkman set on the offset eye with a wide receiver on the left side and a wing that way. Strong side right. Drone options. There's the pitch. Storkman tries to get outside to the 40, and he's knocked down at around the 34-yard line. Nice play over there by Benton, and looks like the Ranger stop made by Clint Tormer. Oh, they call Bauer on the stop. Storkman brought down to the 35-yard line. It's now 3rd and 6 for the Aces after a pickup of 2. First quarter, no score. 7:22 to go. Benton stopped on downs. The Aces took over at the Ranger 49, and now it's 3rd down for the Aces. Wide receiver to the right side. That's Brewer. Wings both ways. One set back, Butler. And here is Drone. He hands off. Butler plows his way near the 30. Jacob Butler's first carry of the night. Gets about 5. Right to the 30. Still, that leaves the Aces a couple yards shy, and they'll go for it on 4th down. A long 2. Here comes the Q-tip backfield. It'll be Isle as the tight end. Also in the backfield in the T will be Straw and Woods, and they'll give it to Grant or Storkman. But you got to stop them. That's the hard part. Benton knows exactly what we're going to do out of this formation, but it's hard to stop it. Who's going to join him back there? Looks like Storkman. Here is a straight T with the big boys on the outside for the block. And there's Storkman. Powers his way. First down, but not by much, to around the 27. Oh, Benton took the ball away, but they whistled it down. Benton took the ball away, and they whistled it down. Coming out of there with it was Drew Smith. And that is a first down for the Aces. So no takeaway by Benton. He was ruled down, the ball carrier. The crowd oohs and ahs. Gain of 3 by the ball carrier on 4th down. The Aces successful, and it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, they liked that call on the Benton side, didn't they?
Line of scrimmage to the 28-yard line. Now the Aces set it up 1st and 10. Brewer checks out wide to the left side. And the backs are in the offset with a wing to the left side. Strong side right. Drone calls. Sends a man in motion. Options right. Now Storkman tries to power back up the middle and is brought down for maybe a loss on the play. Not much for Storkman. to the 28-yard line. That play ended up the middle, almost the equivalent of a fullback give. So one goal of the game is to utilize the fullback more in this game. And we didn't use them at all last week. And that's going to make the option, the drone runs, ineffective if you can't get a fullback game going. So the Aces are going to give the ball to Butler more today. Now Butler lines it up in the offset with Summers. Brewer, the wide receiver, Storkman the wing. And there's Drone throwing and a turnout for Brewer. One hand off his hand, incomplete. At around the 23. Reached out, almost grabbed it with one hand on the coverage for Benton was Clint Tormer. And it's 3rd down and 11 now for the Aces. Here we're going to do 5 vertical now. Here comes Grant. Here comes Anderson. Here comes Howard. We're going to do empty backfield on this play. And we're going to go for it. Jeff Roper's instructing his defense. Look out, guys. First time with the empty backfield today for the Aces. 5 players out in pattern. It's Anderson, Storkman, and Grant to the right side. 2 to the left side. Drone over center on 3rd and 11 from the Benton 28. Backs up, swing pass. Howard's got it. Running room to the 20. Gets by. He's going to score the touchdown. 10-5 touchdown. Jake Howard got by one safety on the left side. Nobody behind him, and it was clear sailing. The simple swing pass worked. Howard took it in. Touchdown from the 28-yard line. And the Aces lead 6-0 with 5:15 to go in the first period on our first pass play of the day.
3rd and 11. They knew we were going to go to the air, and that little swing pass to Howard was open. They had a chance to tackle him right around the yard marker. He missed that tackle, and Howard broke it. He was in smooth sailing to the end zone.
That was 3rd and 11, and we scored a touchdown. Now Howard holds for Luke Drone, who will try to tack on the point after here. On the Aces completing a 49-yard scoring drive. And here comes the snap. No, Benton crossed over the plane. And now we may go for 2. Yep, we're going to move it to the 1.5-yard line. The penalty is on Benton. Here comes the elephant backfield. It'll be Isle, who will be the tight end leading the block, and the backfield will be a straight T. Here comes Straw. Here comes Josh Woods. And Storkman will run the ball. Now we're at the 1.5-yard line. Aces lead here in the semifinal game. 6-0, a 28-yard pass from Drone to Howard, a swing pass. Jake did most of the running after catching the pass at the line of scrimmage. And in fact, now we line it up wing to the right, and there's Storkman powering in for the 2-point conversion. Easy run for Storkman, and the Aces now have an 8-0 lead. We were going to go for 1, then Benton got the penalty, and we put it in for 2. And now Carmel is struck first. They lead the Rangers 8-0. Back to Benton in just a moment.
At Lawrenceville Manor,
no one's coming through.
when you need a smile,
When you need a friend to lean on,
we'll be there.
We'll be there for you.
We promise.
Know that we will stand by, stand by. We will stand by you. Just know that we will stand
At Lawrenceville
by,
Manor,
stand
we'll be
by.
there with a smile.
We will stand by you.
We promise.
Show me the money. This is Rodney Bishop of Bishop Motors inviting you to stop by and check out our fine selection of used cars, trucks, and vans.
You'll find quality program vehicles from major manufacturers at Bishop Motors, plus vehicles as low as $24.95. Our quality selection and prices can't be beat.
Show me the money.
Remember to show him the green because Rodney needs the money. Stop by and see Rodney today at Bishop Motors, Highway 15, west of the intersection of 9th and Poplar in Mount Carmel.
Show me the money.
Aces lead 8-0. Here's the kick by Wolf. Sails long. It'll be taken by Drew Smith at the 8 to the 10, 15, 20. Cracked down hard around the 23-yard line. It's Cheeseman on the stop on the special teams. He pummeled the return man. And the Rangers take over. Still halfway decent start at their own 23-yard line.
When Michael Cheeseman came out of nowhere and just knocked him flat on his back. Big hit by the little guy.
One other team from Southern Illinois playing today in the playoffs in Class 3A. The DuQuoin Indians are in the semifinals. They're up in Central Illinois, playing at number 1 ranked Leroy today. 1st and 10 for Benton. Now line of scrimmage is the 23-yard line. There goes Troy Schaefer wide to the right side. They also have a wing that way and a slot man that way. One setback. And here's the quarterback calling, countering back to the left side. That's Summery. Gets by one. Now he goes down for a loss of the 21-yard line. Chris Johnson gets the tackle, but it was Steve Isle that shot through and grabbed them initially. Loss of 2, second and 12. So they stopped Summery for a loss of really 3, second and 13.
Nice job by Howard. Got in the backfield, got a hand on him, almost brought him down, but slowed him down enough that he went down.
Officials crew today from Leroy, Bloomington, Carlock, Bloomington, and Bloomington. So a Central Illinois officiating crew assigned to the IHSA. Second and 13, backs in the deuce, slant left with a receiver to the right side. Strong side right. Packard calls, backs up, wants to throw, has time, sets and wings it out, and it's caught and dropped. Was it a complete pass? No. Incomplete at the 21-yard line, intended for Justin Milligan, with Hamill on the tight coverage for the Aces. Incomplete, 3rd and 14.
Well, how about that? On 2nd and 14, they go to the pass right away. The little guy Summery's been their leader all year. They go away from him and look to pass. If they did it on 2nd down, they probably will on 3rd as well.
I would think the Mount Carmel coaching staff thinks Benton's being a little bit too cute here. Well, I think we figured run, and it hasn't quite been that way yet. 3rd down and 14. Now the Rangers come out with a wide receiver and a slot and a wing hole to the right side with one setback left. Strong side right. Packard calls. Elders in the backfield. And a quick step, slant pass, almost intercepted. Right to the Aces, Brian Grant. He couldn't come up with it, though. Nowhere near the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down and 14.
When the play developed, well, it looked like they might have something, but the throw was behind the receiver and right off Grant's knee as he went down to pick it off.
So now the Aces are going to get the ball in great shape. Grant drops back to midfield, just a hair into Benton's end of the field, into the Mount Carmel end. Back to do the punting for Benton is Jason Packard. Well, when the quarterback punts the ball, you never know, but on this situation, he's got to get rid of it. Good snap, gets the kick away, sails high. Grant on the fly, has it to the 48, to the 50. Spins away from one, still going to the 45, and he falls forward to there. A return of 7 yards by Mr. Grant on the kick, on the punt of 28 yards. Aces again started Benton's end of the field. 1st and 10 from the Ranger 43, 45 we'll call it.
So Mount Carmel has good field position again across the 50-yard line. Let's see if we get some more points on the board. Am I too greedy?
No, not in the semifinals. On the last drive, the Aces scored a 28-yard swing pass. A pass and run by Howard after the catch that he made off the pass from Drone. That's 14 TD passes for Drone. And that completed a 49-yard drive. Now the Aces line it over the Benton 45, wings both ways, one setback, Storkman in motion, and the handoff to Butler, powers his way up the middle to around the 42, and we're using Jake Moore already, but we have to, if Drone's going to get the yards he gets, we have to utilize the fullback, and we are doing that so far. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Doesn't make any difference if he gets 1 yard or 2. We have to utilize him to keep Benton honest.
Yeah, that's a big play, even though he only got 3 yards right up the middle. Good blocking up there, and keeps everybody honest, and Butler will break one of those if they don't key on him.
There is no midline option by Drone if we don't use the fullback. Now 2nd down and 7. Wing and a receiver left side, flags down. The official stopped the play. And let's see what they call. Looks like it goes against the Aces. That'll be our 2nd penalty of the day. And it is on the Aces. We lined up offsides, did we? And then we'll push it back outside the 45 to the 48-yard line and create a 2nd and 13. But you got to be impressed with the fans, and I know that Benton had heard all the horror stories about the supposed rough and tumble Mount Carmel fans. They were fed a load of BS by McComb, and we haven't been anything terrible to deal with at all. It's been a good crowd so far. So McComb was just lying through the teeth to Benton to scare him, and it was McComb that caused all those problems 3 years ago in our playoff game. 2nd down, Drone option to the left. There's the pitch to Storkman. Cuts it up to the 45 and stumbles forward there. The initial hit made by Greg Bauer of Benton. That slowed Storkman up. He gets about 4 yards back. It is still long for the Aces now. 3rd and 9 from the Benton 44-yard line. Well, Benton hasn't been to the semifinals, but this town is championship rich with basketball, so they know a thing or two about playing in big games and the community getting excited about big games. There's no question about that.
Big 3rd down play from Mount Carmel coming 3rd and 9 from the 44.
An empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. And here is Luke Drone setting down over center. He backs up, swing pass, left side, tip. It was tipped by the lineman of Benton.
Nathan Carnes, the defensive end, got a hand up out there. A nice play. They read that screen pass, and they watched the films and went to school.
That's the first time all year that's happened on that bubble screen. So now it's 4th down, and the Aces, let's see what they do here. They're going to give it up. Also a rare punt by the Aces, but with a lead of 8-0, we don't want to give Benton very good position. So Benton will get the ball back on the punt. Wolf is in the game, standing back inside his own 45. 2 men deep for the Rangers. One of them is Summery. One is Drew Smith. They'll kick it towards Smith, I presume. And here's a good snap. And the kick, good kick by Wolf. He booms it towards the end zone. And it marches in there on a bounce at the 5 on in. Great kick by Wolf of 44 yards, no return. And the ball comes out to the 20. That's one of the best kicks we've seen from Wolf all year. Of course, what have we kicked it? We punted a handful of times, and Wolf was injured most of the year. But he uncorked that one. So now the Rangers take over, 1st and 10 from the 20. 8-0 Mount Carmel leads. We're down to 2:33 to go. First period of play here in the Class 4A state semifinal game. Aces trying to get back to the finals for the first time since the championship year of 1981. Benton sends a receiver right, flanker left, backs in the deuce, slant left. And the quarterback calls. Aces back it off. Conrad backs off the stunt, handoff inside, and not much for the ball carrier over the 20 to around the 23-yard line.
That's Steve Isle that wrapped him up coming through the line. Nice job down there.
Isle read that, backed up, didn't stunt, stayed home, and then grabbed Summery. A gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Brendan Summery, 1,802 yards coming in, an incredible total.
That's a whole career for most guys.
It is.
For most good running backs,
Everybody
that's a
except
career.
Seth Rainey, that is, huh?
He does that every game.
Seth Rainey, of course, has about 5,000 yards to his credit. The back from Mount Vernon we saw. 2nd down and 7 now for the Rangers. Backs in the deuce, slant left with a wing to the left side, strong side right. Elder gets the handoff, and he's in traffic. A lot of big boys pushing each other around there. And down he goes to the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 2, and it'll create 3rd and a long 5 for the Rangers now. Aces are playing in their 54th playoff game. And for this group, the class of 02, if you take a 3-year win-loss record, assuming some of these kids played as sophomores, this class of 02 will have played in more games than any group of 3-year history of Mount Carmel. This is their 38th football game in 3 years. A truly enviable mark. That breaks the record set by last year, the class of 01. They're 32-5 over that stretch. This group of seniors is. 3rd and 5 for the Rangers. Backs in the deuce, split left, and a wing and a wide out to the left side. And Packer, there's a reverse. The Summery works to the right side. The Aces stay home, knock him down. Loss of the play, back of the 21. A reverse, and it's a loss, and it looks like Straw helping to lead the way. And it'll be 4th down. The Rangers will have to give it up again.
Well, he turned the corner that looked like he might have something, and big Brian Straw stepped up and knocked him to his back. That's twice we've seen a running back just get knocked completely off his feet by one of our ball players.
You know, I've been seeing Benton play. I don't know if they try this stuff all the time, but we just thought it was going to be run. They're trying all this cute stuff. I don't know if this is in their game plan or what, but now it's 4th down. They've got to give it up. And here's the high snap. Packard will get the kick off. Good kick. Sails Grant over his head. Look at this bounce inside the 25, down to the 20-yard line where Benton downs it. Wow. A kick of 58 yards. A 58-yard kick and no return. Wow. And the Aces will take over suddenly back at their own 20.
Let me write down that punt of 58 yards. I may never see another one of those. Low line drive kick, got over the head of Brian Grant, and rolled another 20 yards after we got over him.
So both punters are powering the ball today. The Aces, after starting at Benton's end of the field on their first 2 possessions, suddenly back at their own 20. 16.8 seconds to go here in the first period of play. Mount Carmel leads 8-0. This is the Aces' 3rd possession of the game.
You got us good seats for this one.
Brewer checks out wide to the right side. Wings both ways. One setback, Butler. Storkman in motion. Handoff, Jacob Butler, left side. Not much there. But, hey, second effort alone. He gets out near the 25-yard line. Nice second effort by Butler. Kept pushing. Gets about 5. 2nd down. And that's the final play of the first period of play. 1 quarter in the books in the state semifinal game, and Mount Carmel leads over the Benton Rangers. The score is 8-0. Back to Benton in 60 seconds.
We have a very simple philosophy. Whatever you do it well. We're committed to provide you with the very best in healthcare. Wabash General Hospital. Whatever you do it well.
Hi, I'm Robert Coleman, President of First National Bank. It's
time for Aces football, and we're fired up. We're also fired up about your banking business. If you're unhappy where you are now, I would like to personally invite you to come to First National Bank, where you can expect traditional banking service, low fees, and no hassle. And we've been around since 1906. And by the way, go Aces.
Back now, man in motion. That's Cheeseman in the handoff. Ball carrier powers over the 27 to around the 28-yard line. On the carry that time for the Aces was Butler. Give him a couple. 3rd down and 3 for the Aces. Line of scrimmage, the 27-yard line. Cheeseman was in the game.
Yeah, how did he sneak in there? I didn't see him come in.
And he must have set up just on that last play. He came in, I think, for Storkman. Well, now the Aces have a 3rd down and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 27-yard line. We're just underway in the second quarter. The Aces send Brewer wide out to the right side. The tight end is Hamill. He sets up strong side left. The wing back to the left is Cheeseman. Wing to the right, and one setback Butler. Drone calls. Cheeseman in motion. Quick pop-up pass is caught, dropped by Brewer. Nice defensive play by the Rangers. Clint Tomer. Looked like Michael had a chance at it, but it went wide, incomplete, and it'll be 4th down, and the Aces will give up the football. Back at our own 27-yard line. So 2 straight times now, the Rangers have stopped the Aces. And Benton will get the ball back, and the field position of this game is starting to change. The Rangers are going to get a pretty good look now. And an official's timeout. Let's see what they need to do here. Grant comes in for Summers. I don't know if we've got an equipment problem or something, but they've taken care of it, and we're set for the punt. Wolf back inside his own 15-yard line. The Rangers receivers back at their 35. Here's the snap. And a good kick. Let's see who wants it. It's going to be Smith. That is 35. Right side of the 40. Aces take a dive, miss him. Now they knock him out of bounds at around the 43-yard line. Cheeseman on the stop.
Boy, another real good special team stop by Michael Cheeseman. That's 2 for him today on special teams. 1 on the kickoff, 1 on the punt.
35-yard kick. And a return out to the 44, but now the Rangers have the kind of field position Mount Carmel did on its first couple of possessions. 1st and 10 for the Rangers now. The quarterback is Jason Packard.
Well, Benton had the ball across the half line.
Leroy leads DuQuoin 12-0 in Class 3A in the semifinal there. 1st and 10, backs in the straight tee for the Rangers. Everybody pulled in. Packard, who's he going to pick out? Summary, knocked down, falls forward to around the 48-yard line. Chris Johnston knocked him down to the line. He fell forward, gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Didn't mean to interrupt you there.
So our defensive line has played very well, and they're not giving any room to Summary up the middle.
The Aces really haven't lost to anybody.
Summary really likes to get the ball on the edge of the field, get outside. They've not gotten that done yet.
Well, the Aces have stopped every single running back they've seen this year, including the great Seth Rainey, who was held to 8 yards by our first-team defense, and he has 5,000 to his credit through 3 years. 2nd down and 7. Backs are in the deuce with a receiver and a wide to the short side, right side. Handoff, Elder Powers. Oh, looks like he had a big hole. Nice. And he was cut down on her. That's Crawford on the carry. And it was Conley who grabbed him for the Aces. Otherwise, he's got some running room.
Yeah, Mike Conrad in the backfield tripped him up back there. Nice play.
Right to midfield, just inside the 50-yard line. It's 3rd and a long 4 for Benton. That was dangerously close to a big ramble by Crawford, a 215-pound junior. 3rd down now for the Rangers. Line of scrimmage, as we mentioned, just over the 50. In the defensive backfield, there's Drone, Howard, Brewer, and Grant's going to rush. And it looks like somebody flinched on the Benton line. Yeah, Aces are doing a lot of stemming, and it looks like Benton got rattled.
Yeah, it was the center who flinched down there. Number 54, he pulled the ball up for a second. We went for it. Daniel Furlong. That's the first penalty against Benton today.
The Aces have had 2. Looks like Mount Carmel is doing a lot of stunning. Looked like they were presenting 8 in the box. On 3rd down, and that kind of rattled the Rangers more than anything else. 5-yard walk-up, that's a big one. Back to the 45, and it's 3rd and 10 now. 3rd and 10. Now let's see what the Rangers do. They send Summary wide to the left side now. The backs are in the deuce. Double tight, and here's Packard calling the signal. He backs up, looks like he wants to throw. Looking for Summary on the fly. No, the tight end, and he's got it. No, he can't come up with it to the 28-yard line. It's through his hands. Looked like Walters was going to grab it. Howard on the coverage, or Grant on the coverage, incomplete.
Nice play by Benton. They read Summary, a little crisscross pattern. Summary down the middle. That's where we looked, and the ball went to the outside and almost got the completion.
And as much time as he was taking, I wonder if he was looking for Summary, and he had to settle then for Walters. Now it's 4th and 10 after the incomplete pass, and Grant drops deep for the Aces inside his 20. Back to do the punting is Packard. 8-0 Aces. We're down to 9:13 to go in the first half. There's a snap and a good kick. A little bit shorter this time. And it'll bounce to the 21, inside the mark, inside the 15, continues to get a Benton roll, and will be down at the 10-yard line. So a kick of 40 yards, no return, and that's where the Aces take over from. Our starts keep getting a little worse now. Twice inside the Benton 50. Our last drive, the 20, now the 10. This field position is starting to change a little bit from drive to drive, so it behooves the Aces to march down the field, at least get some yardage under their belt on this drive.
Well, Jason Packard is a pretty good punter, but he also gets the roll both times. The last 2 punts, one to 40, one to 58. The ball's rolled about half of that distance.
Well, if a college scout sees the stats from this game, they're going to offer him a scholarship to punt the ball based on today. Aces take over now from the 10. Wings both ways, one wide receiver to the right side, and drone calls. And hands off. Ball carrier a yard or 2 or 3, powering over the right side to around the 13-yard line. Jacob Butler on the carry. So the Aces are sticking to that game plan. They're using the fullback more, figuring that's going to open up the rest. You know, the game film that Benton saw last week, we didn't use Butler at all.
Yeah, he had 3 carries for 2 yards, so they're probably surprised that he's gotten the ball already 5 times.
So now a timeout called, and what do we got, an equipment problem or what? They're working on, they're looking in the Aces huddle, and Darren Peach comes out. I don't know if we've got problems with one of our players, or he's hobbled, or it does not look to be an equipment problem. Was that Adams?
That's Charlie Adams.
So he has helped, well, not helped out the field. He's making it out, but he is favoring. Looks like he's got an ankle or something, and maybe a cramp, and they're going to work on him on the side. You know, it's a hot day here. That may be a cramp on Adams. That's what it seems to be. I didn't see who came in. And it is for the Aces, Adam Akery into the game. 2nd down and 7. One setback. Wing left, wing right, receiver to the right. Handoff, ball carrier, not much there. Dives over the 15 to the 16-yard line. But on the carry that time was Butler.
Another gain of about 4 that time, it looks like. Maybe 3, make it 3rd and 4.
So now for the Aces, that creates 3rd down and about 4. Line of scrimmage now is the 15-yard line. We're down to 7:49 to go in the half. On the left side of that line, there's Chris Johnston and Ryan Peach at guard and tackle, respectively. Tight end to the right side. Wings both ways. Drone wants to throw. Pumps once. Now flies. Brewer. He's open. He's got it. Over the shoulder. 40, 45, 50. And brought down at midfield to the Benton 48-yard line. A pass play of 34 yards right to the 50. That's where he went out of bounds. And it's a first down for the Aces. Second pass play of the night for Luke Drone, isn't it?
It is. It's the 3rd. It's actually the 5th pass play, the second
completion. Another big chunk, this time to Brewer down the right side. He had 2 steps on his man. Had to reach over his shoulder to make the play, and was caught from behind at the 50, a 34-yard pass play.
Really, we surprised Benton on 3rd and 3 by throwing the ball outside.
Now Brewer checks out wide to the right side. One wing, one setback. And the handoff. Ball carrier is stood up, maybe dropped for a loss, maybe forward progress to the line, and that's it that time for Butler. 2nd and 10.
But you're right, Scott. Even though he doesn't gain a yard there, he keeps them honest and keep throwing the ball up the middle every once in a while, then the outside is open.
7 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first half. Aces scored the first time they had the ball. A 49-yard drive, a 28-yard touchdown pass from Drone to Brewer. A swing pass to the left side. Brewer shook off one would-be tackler in the backfield and raced untouched down the left side. Aces then scored the 2-point conversion, and they lead the game 8-0. Now Brewer checks out wide to the left side. That's the far side. Or the near side, I should say. Jerome backs up, looks to throw on Brewer, and he pulls it in at the 25 to the 20. Finally brought down to the 17. Again, he ate up the safety, Clint Tomer. The second straight time he had a step on his man, and he's down to the 17-yard line. Another pass play of 33 yards from Drone to Brewer. And first down, Mount Carmel of the Benton 17-yard line.
It kind of sucked the life out of the Benton crowd over here. They got quiet all of a sudden. Brewer had him outside, took a deep step, and went right by his man, and good pass from Luke Drone to Brewer. We're back now at the 17-yard line with another chance to score.
Two straight passes. The safety bit, and Brewer went right past him, and Drone just pushed the ball to him through the air. Now Brewer checks it on wide left. Backs in the offset, one man in motion. Handoff, big hole, Summers, right side. Oh, he dropped the ball, and Benton has it. Summers was hit, spun around, he lost the ball. And Benton has it at the 11-yard line. Gain of 6, and then the fumble. I think that's the first time Jake's had the ball tonight, right?
Actually, I believe that was Clayton Storkman with the ball.
Are we sure?
Well, was Storkman on the carry? It was Clayton
You're sure?
Storkman.
It was not Summers. Okay, so Storkman got it, and he fumbled the ball, and Benton takes over at the 11. 6:35 to go. Well, you'd have felt bad. Well, you feel bad either way, but you'd have felt especially bad for Summers if that would have been his first carry. Now Benton takes over after a big turnover, but they are at their own 11-yard line, and glad to be there with the ball, probably. And the ball carrier powers his way out across the 15, dragging aces with him. Notably, dragging Grant and Butler. That's the big fullback. Buddy Elders, a 6'2", 220-pound senior.
And it was a big run. He got a lot out of nothing that time.
So the Aces got within 11 yards of a 90-yard drive. We went 79 yards and didn't score. And the lead is still 8-0 with 6:05 to go in the second quarter. Two pass plays of 34 and 33 yards and then a fumble. Now the Rangers set it up with the backs in the deuce. Arm length apart. Packard calls with a wing to the left side, strong side left. And there's an inside reverse again. This time the Aces stay home. Butler grabs him low, Strawn aisle high, and nothing there but the ball carrier. That's Summery. He's dropped for a big loss all the way back to the 12-yard line, and it's 3rd and 9. 3rd and 8.
I got Brendan Summery with 5 carries for no yards on the day.
Well, like we said, the Aces have stopped every single runner they faced this year, and now Summery seems to be the latest. But we also know they get him outside, he's going to run away. So they can't let up. Summery checks out wing left, wide receiver left. And the back's in the offset. And there's the quarterback, wants to throw back this way on the right side. The pass is caught. First down. Nice catch by the wide receiver and around the 29-yard line. Troy Schaefer, a 6'3", 240-pound senior, hold that in. Grant and Howard brought him down to the 29. They move the change. It's a first down for Benton. And a pass catch of 17 yards. We're down to 5 minutes to go in the first half. Aces lead 8-0.
And both teams have been as effective in the air as they have been on the ground, probably a little more effective.
A nice catch that time by Schaefer. Now from the 19-yard line, the Aces await the Rangers. Now we have a timeout called by Benton, so we'll take a break. 4:43 to go. Rangers call the timeout. Aces lead 8-0 back in 30.
We believe it's not just about saving money. It's about spending time, just dropping by and creating bonds rather than simply buying them. At Edward Jones, it's never just about investing. It's about knowing you and your dreams.
My every hope, my life, my world, it all begins with a dream.
Edward Jones, investing in you and your dreams.
Dear Shell, my name is Ann Cochran, and I have an idea. Give away free gas as a way of thanking loyal customers. I mean, loyalty should count for something, right? Every month, we get free gas. What do you think?
Let it roll down the highway.
Oh.
Let it roll.
That was my second idea.
Roll, roll, roll.
side, and the quarterback back to throw. Woods is in on him. He's hit as he delivers the ball, and it's short. And it's caught! And Summer's going to score the touchdown! To the 10-5 touchdown. Unbelievable. A huge pass play of 71 yards for the Rangers. Here's what happened. Josh Woods cracked the quarterback as he threw the ball. Looked like it was going to fade short of the receiver. We gave up on it, going for the interception, but albeit that ball didn't make it to him, and Summery was untouched. He caught it in the open and ran in the open. We gave up on it.
Jake Howard had good coverage out there. He could get the ball, but he went up to jump for it just over his hands, and there was Summery waiting for it. He trots in with the easy touchdown.
Yeah,
That's a mistake on our part.
We thought we might get an interception, and albeit that ball continued to get out there, and we fell down then. Now they go for two. Packard and calls timeout. He didn't draw the Aces off sides, and well, that's got to be that's their third timeout. Their third timeout of the half. 4:32 to go in the half. Two touchdown passes, a shocker for the Rangers. It goes for 71 yards over the top of the Aces, who thought they'd crack the quarterback. And give Packard credit. He delivered the ball even with Josh Woods bearing down on it. And the defenders saw that. It looked like the pass was a dying swan. It looked like Grant or Howard was going to pick it off, but that ball kept sailing and got right to the receiver.
And Jake Howard had good position, just misjudged it a little bit. The ball floated over his head for a touchdown. Well, that makes an interesting ball game, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we gave up on the defense. We went for the interception, and that cost us. And Benton had a 71-yard touchdown pass, and they're back in the game now. Aces 8, Benton 6. They didn't draw the Aces offside, so now they've got to go from the 3-yard line to try to tie the game, the Rangers, with 4:32 to go in the first half.
See how Mount Carmel does after this score, if they come back out a little fire in their eyes, or how the fans react for Mount Carmel as well.
In the backfield for the Rangers, it's the deuce of Buddy Elders and Summery. Now Elders in motion. There's the pitch off to Summery. He tries to swing it on the right side. He drops the ball. A lineman picks it up. Did he score? He got in. Is it going to count? Yep. Can you believe that play? Summery is stopped. He drops the ball. It's picked up by a lineman, Mike Richardson, and he crosses the goal line for the 2 points. What a weird play. What a weird touchdown. What a weird extra point. And it's 8-8 here.
Yeah, a little letdown after we got the ball jarred loose. Didn't jump on it, didn't knock anybody down. And the big Richardson kid just grabs it and saunters in there.
Well, that's
6'5" and 255. I bet that's probably his first touchdown or extra point this year.
Of his whole life, I imagine. Well, how about that? A bizarre play, and then a weird 2-point conversion, and we're tied at 8-8. Late in the second quarter, 4:32 to go. The Aces will get the ball back. We have not had a score yet on the other semifinal game in Class 4A, Addison, Driscoll, and Huntley. Those two are playing up north. The winners of this game and that game play for the state title next week, Friday night in Champaign, 7 o'clock for the kickoff. It'll be Storkman deep for the Aces along with Ryan Morris.
And they're not going to kick the ball deep. They've got the ball laying on its side. I had nightmares last week about onside kicks.
Well, I'm sure they're going to, what are they going to do? The ball's laying next to the tee. I'm assuming somebody's going to put it up there. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Look at that. He doesn't have, are they going to, pretty low, I don't know. Maybe he's going to kick it straight away. I don't like the way he's got over the tee. I don't think Benton's going to do anything fancy here, do you?
Not now.
Well, I don't know. Let's just see. Here comes the kick. And it is straight down the field. Good. And Storkman has it. Leaps high for it at the 13, to the 15, now to the 20. 25, up the middle of the field. 30, 35, 40. Finally brought down at the 44-yard line. Nice return by Storkman. Boy, there was a huge hole for a moment. Then it was plugged up by Benton, but a great return by the Aces. And now we've got a good start here with plenty of time left in the first half. 4:24 to go in the half. We're tied 8-8. Line of scrimmage, the 45-yard line. Mount Carmel in the semifinals for the 5th time in school history in the 2nd consecutive year. And they bring it out with a wing A wide out to the left side, a wing that way, backs in the offset, and there's a handoff, and Storkman plows hard over the left side to around the 48, following Haycraft.
Storkman had both hands wrapped around the ball as he went through the line that time.
The Aces got down and lost the ball on a fumble at the 11-yard line, and then Benton put an 89-yard scoring drive together, 79 yards of it on one play, a pass play that worked. Now we got an official's timeout, maybe an equipment problem on Storkman. And here comes Cheeseman in to spare him.
Get the ball to Michaels, not looking for him.
Well, Mike Cheeseman had a lot of touchdowns earlier this year, didn't he? Earlier, he had 3 touchdowns and 5 carries at one point. And by the way, Adams is back into the game at center for the Aces. 2nd down and 7. Wing left, receiver left. Handoff, and there's the ball carrier Butler plowing near the marker across the 50 down to the Benton 46-yard line. Jacob almost got the first down. He's within about a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 1 from there for the Aces. And we're down to 3:34 to go in the half.
That's a gain of 6 for Butler. Look at this. Drone has carried the ball 1 time for 10 yards. You got to be thinking about that right now.
Here comes the big backfield. Josh Woods, Brian Straw, and Brian Grant in there. Here comes Isle. Isle is under the weather with a case of bronchitis, but he's playing nonetheless. He's gone all the way so far. He'll line it up at tight end. We all know who's going to get the ball. The question is, can they stop him? 3rd and a yard and a half. Grant will get it here, I imagine. Wait a minute. Now there's a flag down. Too much, oh my land, we took too much time. Well, that hasn't happened very much. Now what do you do? We've got our big backfield out there. Let's just, what are we going to do now? Switch around? Boy, Mount Carmel prides itself on its clock management, but we made a mistake there. 5-yard penalty makes it 3rd and 6. Back to the 48-yard line.
Now we're more dangerous on 3rd and 6 anyway. 3rd and 1, we're just going to get a couple yards.
Looks like we're going to go empty backfield or our way down. Here comes Howard, and I think I saw Anderson check into the game.
Boy, how would you like to be Drew Smith out here right by us playing Michael Brewer one-on-one?
Yep, the Aces send 5 out, 3 to the right, 2 to the left, 3rd and 6. And here's Jones, swing pass. And there's Howard, running room, 50, 45, down to the 40, first down. He's finally wrapped up and knocked out of bounds at the Benton 39-yard line. And that is a run of 12 yards and a first down to the Aces, a catch and run by Jake Howard. 1st and 10, down to 3 minutes exactly to go. They move the chains, and it'll be 1st and 10. So that was a little bit of confusion there. We ended up getting a 5-yard infraction, pulled the big backfield out, put the empty backfield in, and got a first down. Now we're back to Summers, wing left, Storkman wing right, Butler the setback, Brewer the wide out left side, and there's a handoff, Butler. A yard or 2 to around the 38-yard line. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
I think we're still setting him up for that midline option from Luke Drone. He only has 1 carry on the day.
2:42 to go. Aces scored first on a 28-yard pass play from Drone on the swing pass to Howard. And Benton later scored on a 79-yard pass play. 2nd and 8. Wings both ways, 1 setback, 1 wide out to the right side. 1 man in motion, and Drone fakes to him. Play action looking for Brewer. There's the pass, and he pulls it in. He may get in. Touchdown! Brewer! He schemed his man at the 2-yard line and scored the touchdown. A 37-yard pass play. Drone's 2nd TD pass of the day, and the Aces are back on top with 2:16 to go in the half.
Wow. Talk about a hot receiver and a hot quarterback. We got them both.
Brewer has been beating his man consistently. And on the long pass to the right side, the Aces love to go long on those passes. And Drone hit his man, 2 TD passes today, 15 on the year now. And now the Aces will go for the point after. Luke Drone will be in to do the kicking. Howard will hold. They may try to draw the Rangers off again. We'll see if Benton stays put. Here comes, after a long count, the snap. The ball down. The kick is up. And it is good. And the Aces lead 15-8. Just when you thought the Rangers had gained the momentum, Mount Carmel strikes quickly. A 37-yard TD pass from Drone to Brewer. Aces lead 15-8 in the semifinal game. We're back to Benton in 30 seconds.
Mount Carmel Public Utility Company reminds you that when you have a loss of service, please report it. If there is no storm going on, it would be helpful to check to see if your neighbors are also out before calling. Mount Carmel Public Utility personnel will always call back when service is restored, so that you can reset clocks, turn off unneeded lights and appliances, and generally check that everything is okay. This message courtesy of your friends at Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
Let's day.
Everyone at Lamac Engineering would like to wish the Golden Aces a great season. Lamac Engineering Company, providing complete civil engineering, construction, and surveying services to the Wabash Valley since 1938. Lamac Engineering is located in Mount Carmel and Princeton. Their staff includes professional engineers and land surveyors. Lamac provides complete civil, municipal, transportation, and environmental engineering services. For all your engineering needs, contact Lamac Engineering, 323 West 3rd Street, Mount Carmel. Call them today, 262-8651.
Day. Here is the kick by Wolf. A little bit short and may have pooched it a little bit. He goes out of bounds. I think he missed it.
Yeah, but there have been worse things happen than that. Keep the ball away from Brandon Summery.
And in essence, he did that, and the Rangers may take it over at the 35. And the Rangers have time now with 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go before the end of the first half.
Yeah, they've got no timeouts left, Scott. I got a question for you about football. Why take the ball to 35 when you've got good running backs back there to take the kick?
Well, yeah, every team chooses a different option. I think if you can be granted the ball at the 35-yard line without having to prove yourself on a return, I guess they take that. And anyway, Summery's not going to get the return anyway. They figure we're kicking away from him. So now they operate straight T slant right with a strong side up front to the left. There's a pitch. Backer to Summery. Outside running room. He's got some open running room. He gets away from 1, 2, 3, and now it's a foot race. And he's going to score the touchdown. My, oh my. Summery breaks loose and scores the touchdown. A run of 65 yards by Brendan Summery. We didn't wrap him up. And the Rangers are right back in it again. 15-14. They winded up in the straight T slant right, but the front line was slant left. They went back to the weak side. Summery inside, cut away from a couple. I think we got our hands on him once, maybe twice. And before you knew it, it was a foot race, and we're not going to beat him. And Summery scored the touchdown. Now the Rangers will try to tie it up with a point after. And it'll be Jason Packer kicking, Drew Smith holding. Here comes the snap. The ball down, the kick is up, and it is good, and we're tied again. Well, that's unfortunate. The Aces, you feel like, have outplayed Benton in the first half, and we have nothing to show for it now. 2:03 to go in the half. Now Carmel 15 and Benton 15. Back with the Rangers kick in just a moment.
Quick and convenient. That's the basis of the Apothecary Shop's drive-up window. When you don't feel like getting out of your car, simply call ahead, and the Apothecary Shop's friendly and helpful staff will have your order ready. The Apothecary Shop is the only pharmacy in Mount Carmel that offers this convenient service. The Apothecary Shop also offers friendly professional consultation on any side effects of medication your doctor may prescribe. In addition, they can help with any over-the-counter medications or remedies you might need. The Apothecary Shop, East 9th Street, Mount Carmel.
Be 14 or 21 points ahead in this game, and we're tied. There's a little bouncer down the middle. We touched it. Somebody's got to pick it up, and finally they do. And around the 22, 30, 35, 40. Morris gets away near midfield, and he's brought down at the Benton 48-yard line, and back and forth these two go. Ryan Morris with a return almost broke it. Somebody touched it upfield. It trickled behind him. Morris watched it all, calmly picked it up. By that time, Benton had overplayed on defense, and we almost countered with a touchdown.
And our kickoff return teams have done very well. Good blocking out there.
On this warm afternoon in Benton, well, we still got time to score. 1:54 to go now here in the first half, and we bring empty backfield on 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Drone call, swing pass right side. Howard's got it. 45, 40, and finally knocked out of bounds to the 39. Maybe not a first down. Let's see where they mark him. Looks like he's going to be shy. Looks like about a 9-yard pickup on the pass play from Drone to Howard. 1:40 1:47 to go. He is out of bounds, so the clock will stop. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Scott, we've still got 3 timeouts left, and we scored last week with just a little bit of time on the clock. Maybe we can do it again here to end this half.
Well, now on 2nd and short, we're going to go with the empty backfield here. We can always come back with a run next play. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. And here is Drone. Let's see which way he goes. Goes to the right side, slant pass, it's caught. Running room for Howard, inside the 25, down near the 20-yard line, 1st down. They'll mark him down to the Benton 21. The clock stops, so they move the chains. 17 yards on the pass play from Drone to Jake Howard. 1:41 now for the half. And the Aces have moved the ball quickly to the Benton 22-yard line. Now the clock starts.
Good protection in the back for Drone. Good offensive line work. Giving him a lot of time to throw. He's caught the receivers every time.
And again, the empty backfield. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. And here is Drone. Sets down over center. Backs up, drops the ball. Now runs with it and gets 2 or 3 to around the 19-yard line. Drone pulled away from center too quickly. Wow, he's mortal. I didn't know that. And then he chugged forward for 2 or 3. 2nd down and 7, and the Aces, well, wait a minute. That one official way on the back line calls a timeout, interestingly enough. But it's a timeout on the Aces, 1:13 to go. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll come back and talk it over. Game tied, 15-15, back to Benton in 30.
Walter Furniture Company in Mount Carmel is slashing prices to rock bottom during their store-wide clearance sale. Now's the time to find the best deals on the best furniture. Robert Walter Furniture Company is closing out all dining room and living room suites, and that means big savings for you. Plus, Robert Walter Furniture has special prices on all bedding during this big sale. If you're looking for quality name-brand furniture and bedding at discount prices, look no further than Robert Walter Furniture Company, 528 Market Street, Mount Carmel, serving the Wabash County area since 1868.
In Mount Carmel, see your good neighbor, State Farm agent Dan Schonert, for all your insurance needs.
So 4 in pattern now on the wing, and Drone calls the signals, backs up, looks, slant pass, down at around the 12, but it's a 1st down. Well, or is it? It's going to be close. Let's see where they mark him. Grant over here signaled 1st down. Looked like, yep, they move the chains. 1st down, catching the slant to the 11-yard line, a gain of 8 yards. Right to the 10, call it, and maybe inside that mark, come to think of it. No, to the 10.5-yard line. So gain of 9 on the pass play. Aces can get a 1st down without a touchdown. 1 minute to go. The clock is moving after the change move. Wing left, 2 receivers each way, left and right. Drone calls right side, turnout. Brewer's got it inside the 5. He may get in. He's spun down. He's in. Touchdown! Brewer spun his way across the end line. A touchdown play of 11 yards, and the Aces are back in front with exactly 50 seconds to go.
Hey, wouldn't you love to be at the timeout or halftime talks down there by both these coaches?
Is that Luke Drone something or what?
That's 190 yards 1st half, 3 touchdown passes.
My, oh my. 16 TD passes on the year. And the Aces lead 21-15. Drone is already on his way to having the best days ever by a Mount Carmel quarterback. Now he'll try to tack on the point after. Howard will hold. Here comes the snap. Ball down. The kick is up, and it is good. The Aces have struck again. Now if we can just hold them for once. 21-15, make it 22-15. Mount Carmel back in 30.
At Lawrenceville Manor,
no one's coming through.
when you need a smile,
When you need a friend to lean on,
we'll be there.
We'll be there for you.
We promise.
Know that we will stand by, stand by. We will stand by you. Just know that we will stand
At Lawrenceville
by,
Manor,
stand
we'll be
by.
there with a smile.
We will stand by you.
We promise.
Game. Here's the kick by Wolf. A little number right over the front line, takes a high bounce, and here's the return coming from Milligan. He's brought down immediately. It was such a slow developing kick and a high bounce that by the time Milligan got it, he was wrapped up at the 29-yard line. Well, Benton's already scored from this far away once already. 47.9 seconds to go in the half. Aces 22, Benton 15. There's an argument we could be ahead 28-0 in this game. Can you believe that in the semifinals? But as it is, it's 22-15. Now the Rangers send a wide out and a slot to the left side and a wing that way and one setback. Summery is the wing back, and he's going to get the call countering back to the right side. Ace is trying to fight through. He went down. His knee went down. They marked him down finally. And around the 27-yard line is Summery sweeping to the right side.
Boy, Summery knew it. I don't think the officials called it. Luckily for us, he stopped.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, you're right. I don't think they stopped. And now the clock is continuing to roll. It's 2nd and 12, and Benton maybe content here for just one more play. 21 seconds left. Benton comes out, and they line it up with a deuce backfield and one wing to the left side, and there's the quarterback play-action fake, sets, fires, long for Summery. It's a catch by Summery. He leaped high and got it. That's not Summery, that's Smith, but Drone and Howard are there to stop him at the Aces' 43-yard line. Now they'll stop the clock. Benton has to hurry. 6.4 seconds to go. They move the chains. Everybody's hustling to get back on sides. Benton will be able to get a snap off as soon as they start the clock from the Aces' 43 after that pass play. And they spike the ball. The quarterback does to stop the clock with 3.1 seconds to go. Now they've got time to send in a play.
Well, this game is all about passing. 117 yards in the air for Benton, 190 yards in the air for Mount Carmel.
And it's been a whale of a ball game. Aces lead 22-15. Luke Drone has 190 yards in the air in the first half. That takes him to around 1,500 now on the year.
He is 9 out of 12 in the passing department. One of those passes was knocked down.
1495 on the year, the second highest total in Aces school history. 2nd and 10 now. 4 receivers to the left side. Empty backfield for Benton. Packard backs up. He's going to fire for the end zone. Here it is. Will it be a catch? Oh, it is! But he's dropped 3 yards away from the end zone. And that's the end of the first half. Wow! A catch by Tomer. But he's stopped by Howard at the 3-yard line, and that's the end of the first half. Another great throw by Packard. He just put it up for grabs, and Clint Tomer pulled it down. But Howard was right there to pull him down 3 yards away from the first down. Wow, that's the way the first half ends on another big pass play. You're not going to believe these stats we've got for you at halftime. Woo, we dodged another bullet, didn't we? And the Aces lead at halftime. Mount Carmel 22, Benton 15. We're back to Benton with a halftime scoring summary in just 2 minutes.
Show me the money. This is Rodney Bishop of Bishop Motors inviting you to stop by and check out our fine selection of used cars, trucks, and vans.
You'll find quality program vehicles from major manufacturers at Bishop Motors, plus vehicles as low as $24.95. Our quality selection and prices can't be beat.
Show me the money.
Remember to show him the green because Rodney needs the money. Stop by and see Rodney today at Bishop Motors, Highway 15, west of the intersection of 9th and Poplar in Mount Carmel.
Show me the money.
Storkman, he's on it on the run to the 15, goes to the right side of the 20, and is brought down around the 22. Running laterally, gain of about 7 on the return by Storkman, and Mount Carmel takes it over at their own 22-yard line. Mount Carmel scored 3 times in the first half, had another drive snuffed out at the 11 on a fumble. Benton has 2 big scoring plays as well. 65 and 79 yards.
Really, the brakes have gone Benton's way. We've made several mistakes, and it's time to buckle down and play some hard football.
First down, the Aces are going to bring it out in the empty backfield. No, 1 setback with 3 men to the right side, strong side right. Drone calls, and there's a little shuffle handoff, and Butler doesn't get much, maybe a yard. They send 3 out to the right side and tried to fake it inside to the fullback, and Butler got a yard. And it's 2nd and 9, line of scrimmage to the 22. That's the way the third quarter begins. Aces 22 and Benton 15.
Well, we set up.
Feel pretty good now? Everything's working well? The athletic director of Benton High School, everything's working well here today.
As long as we win, we're happy.
But it's been a well-run event. Now drone options, keeps, he's pulled down. And around the 23, gain of another 1. That's only the 3rd carry of the night by drone. The first time he's kept it on the option like that. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 8, line of scrimmage to 23. And Brian Grant checks into the game. Aces are going to go on the vertical formation here.
And the fans yell, watch the pass.
Anderson goes left side. Grant goes left side. Storkman to the left side. Aces have Brewer and Howard to the right. Strong side left. Empty backfield. 3rd and 8. Drone swing pass left, and it's tipped. It's a loose ball. And who's going to get it? Benton falls on it at the 10, at the 11. It was a sideline pass, the lateral, and it was loose. It was tipped, and the Aces scrambled, but Benton fell on it at the 11-yard line, a major turnover. And Benton has the football at the Aces 12. And we're just 1 minute and 23 seconds into the second half.
Big break for Benton.
Second time they've reached out and tipped that ball.
Same guy, both times, number 51, Nathan Carnes, out defensive end, got his hand on it.
He's done a good job, 6 foot 165, a junior. Now the Rangers only 11 yards away from tying the game. They line it up with 2 wideouts to the right side, backs in the T, slant left, and there's Packer. There's the pitch, and here's Summery, open field to the 10, shovels his way to the 5. Finally, Straw brings him down inside the 5 at around the 4-yard line. A gain of 8 by Summery, and it's 2nd and short for Benton. So the Aces' second turnover of the day, and it may cost them. The first one did, and the second one might as well.
And we read that play pretty well. Buss and Drone got tied up with each other in the backfield, slipped down, and Summery turned the corner, almost got in the end zone.
It is 2nd down, and 2 to go for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the Mount Carmel 4. Everybody pulled in, backs in the T. Handoff, big ball carrier, stopped and dropped at around the 2. On the carry, Jesse Crawford. He was hit hard by Chris Johnston and Steve Isle. And the officials are going to call for the change. They eyeball it. And he gets the first down. They don't need the measurement. So it's 1st and goal, gain of 2 by Benton on the carry. And they are now at the Mount Carmel 2-yard line. Aces 22, Benton 15. How about a turnover? How about a mistake right here?
Well, that's how we got here, was the turnover. Let's see if Benton can oblige.
They lined up 3 abreast in the backfield. The straight T behind Packard with a strong side to the right. Handoff, ball carrier up the middle, touchdown. That's Jesse Crawford with a touchdown. And this game is just about tied up again. 22-21, Mount Carmel. The touchdown by Crawford with 9:32 to go. Who'd you have with the touchdown? Was it Crawford? Yes.
It was Crawford, 2-yard run for the touchdown.
9:32 to go, quarter number 3.
Scott, I just write down whatever you say, so
okay.
You're always right.
A 12-yard drive for the Rangers. Now they try to attack on the point after. There's a snap, ball down. The kick is up. It's good. And we're tied again, 22-22. Well, every time the Aces have scored, Benton has scored to tie the game. And now we're even again. 9 minutes, 32 seconds to go at quarter number 3. Back in a moment.
We have a very simple philosophy. Whatever you do it well. We are committed to provide you with the very best in healthcare. Wabash General Hospital. Whatever you do it well.
Hi, I'm Rob Coleman, President of First National Bank. It's time for Aces football, and we're fired up. We're also fired up about your banking business. If you're unhappy where you are now, I would like to personally invite you to come to First National Bank, where you can expect traditional banking service, low fees, and no hassle. And we've been around since 1906. And by the way, go Aces.
And here comes the kick. High. It'll be taken by Storkman on this side of the 12. 15. Works to the middle. To the 20, and he's brought down to the 21-yard line. And that's where the Aces will take over after an 8-yard return by Clayton Storkman to the 21-yard line.
Well, I say this for Benton and Jeff Roper, this group out here, they've done a nice job, and they've really covered that little bubble pass, which has been one of our big weapons. And the two times we've run it, they've got a hand on it, and the officials knew it wasn't a forward pass. That's made a difference.
Benton 12-0. Now Carmel 11-1. And we are tied with the Aces taking over on the possession following the kick. One setback, one wide receiver, two wings. We're getting back to basics here, and Drones back to throw. Pump fake. Now he throws for Brewer, and it's too far ahead. Incomplete. Flag down, maybe on Benton. Looks like they chucked him at around the 35, past the zone. That may go on the Rangers. They're talking it over, the officials. Haven't seen the call yet. Looks to be pass interference. And it is on Benton. So that'll give the Aces a first down.
The fans in front of us didn't like that call very much, but that's a good call. He got checked out about the 30-yard line. It'll be first down, Mount Carmel.
Jerome with 3 touchdown passes to his credit today and 190 yards in the air. That's a 15-yard infraction. That'll put the ball at the 36-yard line, and it's first and 10 for the Aces. Jeff Roper isn't so sure that's what the call was. The Benton coach on the sidelines questioning that back judge. All right, first and 10 now. Brewer checks wide to this side, the left side. Storkman and Summers are the wings. No, one wing. That's Summers. He's in motion. Handoff. Ball carrier crunched. Nothing. He falls forward. Maybe they'll give him a yard. That's Storkman to the 37-yard line. Good stop made by Mike Richardson, 255-pound senior. Gain of 1, second and 9.
You're right about the defense from Benton. They're tough up the middle right now.
All right, here come the Aces. Haycraft and Horton on the left side of that line. Adams is back at center. He was out of the game for a while in the first half. One man in motion. Drone midline option. Turns it to the 40, 41, 42-yard line. That's perhaps the second time tonight he's run that play, maybe the first. And it's now 3rd and 5 for the Aces. Gain of 4 by Drone. Here comes Howard. Here comes Conrad. Here comes Grant. Now let's see if Benton has seen this play. This will be the bubble screen where they send Conrad out to make him look like a pass receiver. And see if it fools Benton here. We haven't run this in a couple of weeks. 3rd down. There goes Conrad out to the right side. Let's see if Benton reacts. They're screaming. They've got trips to the right side, but Conrad's a lineman. He's not eligible. Here's Drone. There's a pass over the middle for Hamill to the 40, 35 to the tight end, Wade Hamill. First down to the Benton 31. The second time all year we've run that play. Off the bubble screen, fake to Hamill. We haven't run that since early in the season. And to the 33 he works. A pass play of 26 yards and a first down, and Conrad was never eligible. The coaches didn't pick that up. That's why we run that play. We faked it this time. That's the second time we've run it to Hamill, though. It is now 1st and 10.
Boy, nice touch on the pass by Luke Drone.
The officials whistle the play before it starts. There we got the change. We've got another equipment problem. We've had more darn problems today of this or that. Storkman comes out, and in comes Cheeseman. With 7:59 to go now in the 3rd period of play.
Drone is 10 out of 13 passing. That's good if there's no defense out there. 10 out of 13.
216 yards. One man in motion. Drone midline option. Right side over the middle. Running hard inside the 35 to the Benton 34. The midline option now starting to be a factor in the game. This is what Drone's run all year long, and he didn't run it at all in the first half. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Well, we can put it up from here now. Now let's work Brewer on the outside on 2nd and short. Line of scrimmage, the Benton 24-yard line. We're down to 7:29 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And our offensive line has had good protection for Drone all day long. They have not rushed him one time.
Now Cheeseman back out. It looks like Storkman's back in. Well, a big catch by Hamill. He was wide open over the left side on that bubble screen fake, and we worked it vertical to the tight end. Now the Aces line it up, two wings, one setback, wide receiver Brewer, and Drone comes this way, looking for Grant. He's got it! Inside the 10, inside the 5. First down Aces to the Benton 2-yard line. This time it's Brian Grant. Instead of going to Brewer, they came back to Grant, who's also an excellent catcher. 22 yards and a first down. 238 yards in the air for Drone now. An amazing total. His best.
Your math is good.
His best day ever in the air for Drone. And the Aces drive continues down to the Benton 2, and back and forth these two go. Now the Aces bid to regain the lead. First and goal. And they line it up in the elephant backfield. Storkman in the middle. Josh Woods and Brian Straw outside with the tight end now Stephen Isle. Drone sets up. He tries to draw the... Oh, we jump. How about that? Mike Conrad of all people. We tried to draw the Rangers off and we fell for it. That'll cost us 5 yards.
And that's one thing happens when you put a defensive lineman in there to play a little offense.
But you know, let's keep him in there. It's first down. Let's let him power it in from the 8-yard line. That's what they're going to do. We're going to leave the big boys in there. It is first down. They've got second down on the board. I think it's first down, though. Yeah, it's first down on the chains. Yeah, it's first down. They've got second down on the scoreboard, but it's first and goal for the Aces from the 8-yard line. And now they line it up two in the backfield. There's the pitch to Storkman. Tries to get in. Inside the 5. He fumbles in. Did he make it? No. He stumbles near the goal line. Fell down inside the 1. But they say he did not make it, and it'll be second down from inside the 1. Nice run by Storkman trying to angle his way in.
Good quick pitch out to Clayton Storkman. Turned the corner. Almost got in there. Looked like he did from here.
Second down and less than a yard for the touchdown. 5:52 to go in the third quarter. What a game. Tied up, 22 all. The Aces with a deuce backfield set. And here's Drone, keeps, burrows in, touchdown. Luke Drone, the keeper, from 1 yard out, and the Aces are back on top. 28-22 with 5:43 to go in the third quarter. Luke Drone not only masterminded it over the top, but added the midline option to his repertoire in this drive and ended up lowering his head and diving in from the 1 for the touchdown. Now, Luke will try the point after. Howard will hold. And here comes the snap. Ball down. The kick is up, and it is good. 29-22, Aces back on top. 5:43 to go here in the third period. Back to Benton in just a moment.
We believe it's not just about saving money. It's about spending time, just dropping by and creating bonds rather than simply buying them. At Edward Jones, it's never just about investing. It's about knowing you and your dreams.
My every hope, my life, my world, it all begins with a dream.
Edward Jones, investing in you and your dreams.
Dear Shell, my name is Ann Cochran, and I have an idea. Give away free gas as a way of thanking loyal customers. I mean, loyalty should count for something, right? Every month we get free gas. What do you think? Oh. That was my second idea.
A little nubber bounces high at the 30, and it's recovered down there near the 28. Return man is brought down. On the return, Richard Lewis to around his own 29-yard line, and that's where Benton takes over.
Michael Cheeseman again on that big tackle, and our special teams have played very well.
5:38 to go, third quarter. 29-22, Mount Carmel leads Benton, and we finally found the tee. Yeah, had a little trouble finding the tee. Now Benton takes over, 1st and 10, receiver split wide, left and right. Backs in the deuce, strong side left. And handoff. Ball carrier, big hole right side. Summary now spun and dropped. Boy, did the Aces close in a hurry. Conrad grabbed him first. Then he was dropped. Let's see. Josh Woods, Brian Grant, and getting up last is Luke Drone at the 35-yard line. A gain of, call it 6, second down. Boy, Summary had a big hole for a moment, didn't he?
Yeah, Scott, I'm scared every time he touches the ball. He's just got explosive speed.
They've had some big plays on the Aces, and they've countered each one of our scores with one of their own. Now checking out wide left is Chris Walters. And Summary checks out wide left as well. Backs in the deuce, strong side left. The quarterback, Jason Packard, calls on 2nd and 4. Hands off, inside, nothing there. A loss, perhaps. Ball carrier dragged down for a loss. And that on the stop primarily is Isle. Steve Isle on the primary hit, a loss of 1, and it's 3rd and 5 now. Line of scrimmage is the 34. And we're down to 4:38 to go in quarter number 3. A battle here in Benton. Aces by 7, 29-22. The winner goes to Champaign.
Scott, you look at the stat sheet, and you can see we really stopped the run except for the 165-yard run by Summary. Not much going on the ground. They've gotten us in the air.
Now the straight tee for the Rangers behind the quarterback. Double tight. And here is a handoff. No, he's going to throw. And here's the throw for Walters. He's got it! He's dragged down from behind, inside the 35 to the Aces 32-yard line. What a catch by Walters. Brewer on the coverage. And that's a pass play of 35 yards and a first down. Man, oh man, these two are just fighting each other tooth and nail. That was an excellent throw by the quarterback, Packard, and the big wide receiver, 6'3", Chris Walters, made a great catch. 1st and 10, Rangers at the Aces 31. How long can this continue? And here's Walters wide to the right side, and the back's in the deuce, flanker to the left. And here's a handoff. Summary, big hole left side. Was that Summary on the carry? Yes. Inside the 30, down to the 29. What's the final? Who won? Addison Driscoll defeated Huntley today, 24-21. So the winner of this game faces the private school from the north, Addison Driscoll, in the state championship game. Again, Driscoll 24, Huntley 21. Here it's about as close, 29-22. And Benton driving again. It's 2nd and 8 from the Aces 29, and we're down to 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Now Walters, who just made an excellent catch a moment ago, checks out wide left. Summary's a wing to the left, backs in the deuce, and the quarterback, Packard, calls in. There's a reverse, and coming is Summary with the ball to the right side. He's dragged down. Conrad rings him up at around the 27-yard line. Conrad drags him down on the sweep to the right side.
And very good defensive pursuit that time by Mount Carmel.
So now it's nervous time for the Rangers. They've got 3rd and 7 from the Aces 27. Both teams have made big plays, and some of them have been at big moments. But these two have matched each other toe for toe on the board. Mount Carmel has a leg up now with a touchdown. Benton trying to even it, as they have all day. 29-22. Rangers set Tomer out wide left. Drew Smith in the slot to the left. And Summary that way as well. One setback, strong side right, flag down, and they whistle the play dead. What's the call? Did somebody leave early?
Probably too much time, I'm thinking.
Too much time. Now that kills Benton as it did Mount Carmel earlier in the game. Wow. And I'm sure the Rangers are good at clock management like Mount Carmel, and there's a lot of coaches shaking their head because they're the ones responsible for that. It cost Mount Carmel earlier, now it cost the Rangers. 5-yard walk-off takes them back to the 32. And it's 3rd and 11 now. The Rangers bring out the same formation. Tomer and Smith wide left. The wing back is Summary. In the backfield, Elders. Strong side right. Quarterback back to throw. Look and slant pass. Incomplete. Intended for Tomer. Just a little bit behind him. Coverage, Grant. Incomplete. 4th down, and the Rangers will go for it from here.
And Tomer was open. The ball was thrown a little behind him.
So what a play now. A 4th down conversion opportunity for the Rangers at the 31 of Mount Carmel. 4th and 11. 2:06 to go in the game. here they go. Slot to the left, wide out that way, and summary wing left, strong side right. Same look. Back to throw. Taggart looks. He's it long for Smith. That's picked off by Drone at the 5, to the 10, 15, 20, 25, down the right sidelines, 35, 40, 45, and he's just tripped up, or he might have scored a touchdown. Luke Drone has done it all day long. Now an interception and a 41-yard return out to the 46-yard line. Drone has done it all today. And the Aces get their first generated turnover of the day.
Hey, good pass pursuit, good pursuit on the quarterback that time. That led to the bad pass. Good job by the defensive line.
Drone pulled it down at the 5. The first turnover by Benton. The Aces have turned it over twice today. Now the Aces have it with a 7-point lead in the ball. Boy, it'd be nice to score here now. 1:53 to go, third period. 2 wings, 1 setback. Brewer the wide out. Drone calls, handoff, and Summers is wrapped up for a loss. Holy mackerel, bear hugged by Troy Schaefer, who wasn't biting on the inside counter. A loss of 2, second down and 12. Back of the 45, call it -1. Clock running, 1:34 to go, third quarter.
Well, Schaefer did not bite on the fake. He stood right there. Summers ran right into him.
Aces 29, Benton 22. Here's Brewer checking out wide to the left side. Wings both ways, 1 setback. And strong side right. Luke sets down over center. Man in motion. And there's the handoff. Butler, big hole right side, near midfield to the 50. Jacob Butler, the fullback, gains about 5. And it'll be 3rd and 6 from there for the Aces. And we're down to 1 minute to go in the third period.
Be nice to run the ball a little bit. 5 yards at a carry wouldn't hurt us a bit.
Now let's see what the Aces are going to do. Here comes Lee Anderson into the game, so we're going to go 5 vertical. Empty backfield, perhaps. Hamill checks out. The Aces are going to send Brewer and Howard this way to the left. And 3 to the right side. Storkman and Grant and Anderson. Empty backfield on 3rd and 6. Drone backs up, swing pass, and there is Storkman dancing down the right side. Did he make it for the first down before he's knocked out of bounds? I don't think so. Let's see where they mark him. Ooh, they mark him way back at the 49, so it's going to be 4th and 5. Only 1 yard on that play. 4th down and 5. What do you do now? 29.6 seconds to go in the third period.
Well, you could punt.
A punt here could pin them back. We haven't historically punted the ball, though. And we are going to now. Wolf. The idea is to pin Benton deep. So the Rangers stop the Aces after turning the ball over. And now they'll get the ball back. And here comes the snap. Low snap. It bounces to Wolf. He still gets a pretty good kick on to the right side. It takes a Mount Carmel bounce out of bounds inside the 20. Right at the 19-yard line. So all things considered, an excellent kick of 32 yards by Mr. Wolf. And we're down to 23.4 seconds to go. Well, the Aces couldn't capitalize on the turnover. Benton stops Mount Carmel. Now the Rangers take it over just shy of the 20-yard line with 80 yards to go. And they need to go that distance to tie the game.
As Steve Wolf saved the day on a bad snap in the dirt. Got down, didn't get his knee on the ground, picked it up and kicked it 30 yards. That's pretty good.
See what the Rangers do. Here comes Summery checking out wide to the right side.
Keep your eye on him.
A wing to the left and to the right. 1 setback, and he gets the call. Dancing to the right side. He's brought down by Grant. Wrapped up his buddy Elders over the 25-yard line out near the 26. So give him a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down and 4 for the Rangers. And that'll be the last play of the third quarter. So we have 1 period left in the Class 4A semifinal. Mount Carmel is 12 minutes away from Champaign. Aces trying to hang on, though. They lead Benton, but not by much. 29 to 22. Back with the decisive fourth quarter right after this. 30.
Mount Carmel Public Utility Company reminds you that when you have a loss of service, please report it. If there is no storm going on, it would be helpful to check to see if your neighbors are also out before calling. Mount Carmel Public Utility personnel will always call back when service is restored, so that you can reset clocks, turn off unneeded lights and appliances, and generally check that everything is okay. This message courtesy of your friends at Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
Everyone at Lamac Engineering would like to wish the Golden Aces a great season. Lamac Engineering Company, providing complete civil engineering, construction, and surveying services to the Wabash Valley since 1938. Lamac Engineering is located in Mount Carmel and Princeton. Their staff includes professional engineers and land surveyors. Lamac provides complete civil, municipal, transportation, and environmental engineering services. For all your engineering needs, contact Lamac Engineering, 323 West 3rd Street, Mount Carmel. Call them today, 262-8651.
Rangers, line of scrimmage, their own 25. And there's a pitch. Randall Summery tries to get outside. Drone knocks him down. He goes down. His knee went down. Luke Drone, despite being taken out of the play by the fullback, still wrapped himself around the ball carrier and knocked him down at the 20. A loss on the play. A 5-yard loss, and it's 3rd down and 9 now for the Rangers. Huge play by Drone. What hasn't Luke Drone done today?
I tell you, I thought he got held on the play myself.
He's gotten an interception. A big tackle for a loss there. He's kicking the extra points. He's thrown for 239 yards, and he's running the ball better in the second half. Amazing. 3rd and 9. Here's Summery wide to the left side. And the backs are in the deuce, slant left, 3rd down. And there's the quarterback back to throw. He's hit, dropped, a sack, and it's 4th down. Josh Woods did it. Woods, along with Johnston and Grant, caved in, but it was Josh who got the big sack. All the way back at the 12-yard line, a loss of 9, and it's 4th down, and Benton's got to give it up. And the defenses of both these teams starting to stiffen now. Early in the 4th quarter, that's the 2nd straight time now the Rangers have been stopped. The last time was their own doing, an interception. Now back at the goal line is the punter, Jason Packard. The Aces are going to get the ball in great shape. Here's the snap and the kick. Plenty of time, gets a good kick. Sailing to this side. Takes a high bounce and will dribble out of bounds inside the 45 to the 43. A kick of 44 yards and no return. And the Aces have a great start. 1st and 10 from their own 43.
Well, here's a good play call for you. Fullback up the middle, followed by fullback up the middle, no fumble.
It would be nice, huh?
10 minutes and 25 seconds to play.
Aces 29, Benton 22. Brewer checks out wide to the left side. Summers, one of the wingbacks. The others are in an offset of the backfield. It's Butler, the up back, and Storkman behind him. Here's Drone, working to the left, turns it up himself. Finds a little running room, squeaks over the 45 to the 46-yard line. A gain of 3 by Drone, and it's 2nd down and 7. And now the clock stopped as it looks like number 35, Buddy Elders of Benton, gets up shaken.
That's their big fullback.
Holding his right elbow or hand, and they're taking him off the field. He's walking under his own power, but looks to be in some measure of pain. He's got his right arm propped up, holding it with his left.
Wears an elbow brace, but he's holding his right wrist. He may not carry the ball again today.
2nd down and 6. After the gain by Drone, he sends Brewer out wide to the right side. Double wing set. Strong side left. One set back, Butler. And here's Storkman in motion. And there's handoff. Jacob Butler, big hole, pushes forward near the marker, but shy inside Benton territory to the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd and a short 2 for the Aces from there.
That's my play, Scott. Fullback up the middle for 5.
Now here comes the big backfield. They bring Island as the tight end in the backfield in the T. On the outside, it'll be Woods and Straw, and who's left? Storkman in the middle.
They call them the Hogs.
3rd and 1. Rick Johnson had a good name, the Q-tip backfield, when Brian Grant's in there. And here is the setup. They run out of the double set. They do not use 3 backs, put one up on the wing. Looks like Storkman made it across the 47 to the 46-yard line. See, that's the problem with that. I mean, everyone knows what's going to happen, but can you stop it? Most teams can't. Yeah, 1st and 10.
Benton hit him well there at the line, stopped him for a moment. Good second effort by Clayton Storkman for the 1st down.
There's just too much beef coming at you. And it's 1st and 10. from the 46. The clock continues to run, 9:13 to go. The Aces check Brewer out to the right side. Wings are both ways, one setback. Storkman in motion. Drone tucks and hands off Butler. Big hole, left side, inside the 40. Down to the Benton 38-yard line. A gain of 8. And it's Drone's success with a midline option that is starting to open it up now for Butler. That's why they had to utilize the fullback. This week, that opens up for Drone and vice versa. And it's a gain of 7, one of Butler's best runs of the day. Line of scrimmage to Benton 38, so that part of the game plan is working very well right now.
Jacob has 13 carries and 47 yards on the day. Those are big yards for us.
The best part is the clock continues to run. We're down to 8:34 to go in the game. Now the backs from the offset. Wing right, handoff. And not much there. He didn't make it. Dropped shy on the carry. Butler. And only a yard. And it'll be third down. Mark him a yard closer. Still 2.5 to go for the first down at the Benton 37.
And here come the Hogs. Are they coming in? I don't see them. Yeah,
yep, there's Isle.
There they are.
Well, they've really got 2 downs from here if they want to utilize the Hogs, because it's a little bit out of their range. It's about 3 yards they got to get. Now they line it up, though. They stay on the straight tee this time. Get a little more running room, a little more lead block, and there's Storkman. He's wrapped up. He dives forward. He didn't make it, but it'll be fourth down, and we can run it again. Near the 36-yard line, maybe less than a yard to go. Yes, and it's fourth down and less than a yard, and we're going to stay with the Elephant backfield. 7:37 to go in the game. Now this is their range now, but they got to make it, or Benton gets a huge shift in momentum in their favor. Everybody stands. Everybody. Almost 5,000 people here today. Fourth down, out of the tee, and Drone keeps himself and plows ahead. A surprise, and Drone has the first down on the dive to the Benton 33.
About 4 yards on the dive up the middle.
No one was expecting that. Drone kept it himself on the quarterback plunge. First down to the Ranger 32, and the clock continues to run. Well, it will, and now it starts. 7:05 to go in the game. Aces 29, Benton 22. In the semifinal game. Now here is Storkman, wing right. Brewer the wide out to the right side. One setback, Butler. Storkman in motion. And their handoff. Butler try to push hard, backing his way inside the 30. They may mark him to just inside that mark. Give him 2 yards. And it's 2nd and 8.
Well, Jacob Butler's becoming the workhorse from Mount Carmel. 15 carries, 49 yards. Keeps burrowing up the middle. All the while he does that, the clock continues to run. I'm not making any predictions about how this will end. Last week I predicted at the end of the first half we got him, and I was right.
2nd down and 7. Aces have it to the Benton 30. Brewer checks out wide to the right side. Drone comes over, maybe changing the play, hollers at Jake Summers, wing left. Butler the setback. And here's the handoff. Butler, big hole, inside the 25, diving to the 24, near the marker, but shy. He's within probably 2 yards. Let's see where they mark it. Big gain of about 5, and it's 3rd and a long 3. And here comes the big boys back in. 2 downs from here. They've got to get 3 yards for another first down, and the clock is down to 5:41 to go. Aces lead. Now they pull Straw up, wing right, 2 setbacks, Storkman and Woods, and Drone options, turns himself, and gets the first down, diving inside the 20, down to the 19. I don't even know what we were running there. May have been a busted play. Or Drone stopped in the quarterback draw and did that himself, but he almost slipped out if that was by design, but he still reached out and got the first down.
Well, I prefer to think our play calling is exceptional. It was a very nice play. We've been giving the ball to Jacob Butler left side this time. Luke rolled right for about 5 yards.
Well, it's 1st and 10 now. Aces at the Benton 19-yard line. Now the wing spread wide to both sides. Brewer the wide out. Now Storkman in motion. Drone hands off. Butler inside the 15, inside the 10, down to the 9, near the marker. Jacob Butler dragging the Rangers with him. Nathan Carnes couldn't catch up with him there. A huge first down run. Not enough for the first down, but a gain of 9 by Butler. And he's over what now? The 60-yard mark?
He's got 65 yards.
Butler's best night. He came in for Crumley, who was injured, of course, in the Robinson game, and he's been wonderful in the postseason. 2nd and 1 for the Aces now at the Benton 9. 4:30 to go in the game. Drone calls. Hands off. No, keeps. There's the pitch. Starkman down to the 10, down to the 5, and he's knocked out of bounds. First down, Aces at the Benton 5-yard line. First down, Aces, 4:23 to go, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. This could be a game-clinching TD.
Boy, nice fake to Butler up the middle, then Drone kept it left side as he was hit. Perfect pitch out to Clayton Storkman for 5 yards.
Now, you're probably thinking, how could I possibly say that based on last week? But we'd have our first bit of breathing room in the whole game.
I got a lot of confidence in you, Scott.
Here is Luke Drone, sets the club down. And hands off Butler, pushing left side. Get it in, yes, touchdown! Jacob Butler kept pushing with the big boys leading the way. He then angled to the right, and look at the Aces fans all around this field, jumping up and down. Now Carmel leads 35-22 with 4:17 to go in the game, and we're that much closer to Champaign. Our first breathing room of the day on the scoreboard. Aces have never led by more than 1 score.
Boy, nice drive from Mount Carmel. We talked about that 5 yards up the middle with the fullback. That's what they did about 6 or 7 times and finally gets in.
Now Howard holds for Drone. Here comes the snap. Ball down. The kick is up, and it is through. Or is it? It's no good. It sailed to the right. I didn't see where it went, but it sailed off the mark. Well, that gives Benton perhaps some breathing room, but not much. They trail by 13 points. Mount Carmel 35, Benton 22. 4:17 to go in the semifinal game. Back with more in a moment.
That's convenient. That's the basis of the Apothecary Shop's drive-up window. When you don't feel like getting out of your car, simply call ahead, and the Apothecary Shop's friendly and helpful staff will have your order ready. The Apothecary Shop is the only pharmacy in Mount Carmel that offers this convenient service. The Apothecary Shop also offers friendly professional consultation on any side effects of medication your doctor may prescribe. In addition, they can help with any over-the-counter medications or remedies you might need. The Apothecary Shop, East 9th Street, Mount Carmel.
Here's the kick by Wolf, a little bouncer over the front line, retrieved at the 25, returned back is crunched down at around the 28-yard line, and that's where the Rangers will take over. The stop made over there by the Aces. Yeah, who was that over there? Is that to Blake Wetzman, I think, on the stop?
He nailed him as well. I mean, he just hit him. He just nailed him right out there. He turned back, and Blake was right there to knock him down.
So Benton takes over, 1st and 10 on its own 28-yard line. We're down to 4:12 to go in the game. Aces 35, Benton 22.
It's not over yet. They've still got Brendan Summer out there. He's quicker than lightning. Burned us twice already today.
Now the Rangers are going to bring 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Summery is a slot man to the right side. Wing right, 1 backfield choice for the quarterback, and he gives it to the running back, and he's drilled. Nothing there into the middle by the ball carrier, Travis Lampley. And let's see where they mark him. Maybe a gain of 1. That's what they call 1 on the gain. 2nd and 9. Line of scrimmage at 27-yard line. But the clock is running, and Benton is 2 scores down. 3:49 to go. They have all their timeouts here in the second half. Now Smith checks out wide to the left side. Walters to the right along with Summery. He's the slot man. The quarterback is Jason Packard. 1 man in motion. That's Lampley. And there's a throw to the left side. Slant pass Smith. No good. Incomplete. On the coverage for the Aces, Brewer. The receiver comes up complaining, but no flag, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that's either perfect coverage by Michael Brewer or pass interference, one or the other.
And it wasn't even a very good pass on top of that. 3rd and 9. Line of scrimmage to the 27-yard line. And the clock stops. 3:31 to go. Well, they collected money for the turf shoe collection. Both cheerleaders went to both sets of fans. The winner of this game gets the money, $963 to go towards the purchase of turf shoes for next week's game in Champaign. Looks like maybe Mount Carmel's going to get one. Swing pass to the right side. Smith gets away from 1, now 2, down the right side, and is fighting for yards, brought down around the 30. Had around the 30. A lot of running for very few yards that time by Smith on the swing pass back to the right side by the quarterback. He gets progress all the way out to only the 30, and that'll create 3rd and 7 now for Benton. 3:20 to go in the game. The clock did stop. He went out of bounds. Aces fans roaring over on the other side. Now, timeout called by Benton. We're going to take a 30-second break. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the semifinal game. And Mount Carmel leads Benton 35-22. Back to Benton in just a moment.
Robert Walter Furniture Company in Mount Carmel is slashing prices to rock bottom during their store-wide clearance sale. Now's the time to find the best deals on the best furniture. Robert Walter Furniture Company is closing out all dining room and living room suites, and that means big savings for you. Plus, Robert Walter Furniture has special prices on all bedding during this big sale. If you're looking for quality name-brand furniture and bedding at discount prices, look no further than Robert Walter Furniture Company, 528 Market Street, Mount Carmel, serving the Wabash County area since 1868.
In Mount Carmel, see your good neighbor, State Farm agent Dan Schonert, for all your insurance needs.
Benton, line of scrimmage, their own 30. 4th and 7. Empty backfield, swing pass, Smith's got it. And he's brought down shy of the mark. It looks like he didn't make it. Brewer wrestled Smith down at the 37. Looks like he's a half a yard shy. If that's the case, Mount Carmel will get the ball. Now the officials stop the play. A little confusion on the field here. A little confusion here. Officials timeout. They're going to settle everything down. They may bring the chains out and measure. Now, our vantage point over there didn't look like he made it, but we'll find out definitively here as they bring the chains 75% over of the field here. Nice, crisp tackle by Brewer to stop Smith after he caught the ball. They didn't make it by half a yard. And it is Aces football. First down. Look at the crowd. Aces players were huddling around. They celebrate. 3:13 to go. Now we got to hang on to the football and take some time off the clock.
Benton was about an inch and a half short of the first down that time. That ball was really close, and the spot goes Mount Carmel's way.
And it's Brewer's tackle that's responsible for that. Much as, did he make the play at the end of the first half? That was Howard, wasn't it? At the end of the first half, they were denied a touchdown by 3 yards on the last play of the first half. Remember that play? And another good tackle there by the Aces, Brewer. Mount Carmel takes over at the Benton 38-yard line. You know, we get close enough. Well, we're working the clock now. We lead by 13. And we are on the right hash mark. To the right side comes Brewer. Backs are in the bone now for the Aces. It's Butler, the up back, in the wishbone. And there's a handoff. Butler pounds over left side. Gets down inside the 35-yard line. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. The Aces have switched into the bone now. With the halfbacks behind Butler being Summers and Storkman. 2nd down and 7. The clock runs. 2 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Aces lead 35-22. And we can almost taste champagne. 2nd down and 7. Luke Jones looking over the sidelines, yep. Wanted to get a green light to start the play, take time off the clock. Butler gets the call, rolls near the 31 before he's finally brought back on a left side surge. And now timeout called. Or is there a timeout call? By Benton, I imagine, with 2:24 to go. No. The Aces call the timeout. And the Aces do call the timeout. Okay? 3rd down and 3.5 to go. The Aces call a timeout with Mount Carmel leading 35-22. And Darren Peach out with some words for the official. We called the timeout. I guess we did.
It's Jacob Butler's 20th carry of the game. He has 76 yards.
Oh, there you go. That's better. It's their timeout. Yeah, I thought so. Why would we call the timeout? But the official signaled that. Now he's changed the signal to reflect Benton on the timeout, which is a little more understandable. The Rangers used their first timeout. Yeah, but that's what he signaled. And what in the world? And Darren Peach kind of brought out he came on the field and asked the official about it as well. Okay, third down.
That's their second timeout this after, down to 1. I'm feeling better.
I will with about 5 seconds to go. 2:24 to go.
Lead.
Aces by 13. It is extremely problematic now for Benton to try to stage a rally in this position. Brewer, but after last week, never say never, right? Here on either side of the ball. Brewer checks out wide to the right side. Butler the setback. 2 wings. Man in motion, Storkman. And there's Jacob Butler. Left side didn't make it inside the 29 or the 28. Well, it's going to be close. Close, but it doesn't look like he made it. It'll be 4th down, and here come the big boys. Woods and Straw and Steve Isle. With 2:15 to go, another timeout by Benton. That's their last timeout. And the Aces have what has proven to be a rather unstoppable situation. Yeah, sure. Yeah. This hasn't been a play that anybody has stopped all year, but Benton doesn't have a choice. They got to use the timeout now and hope that something happens. And they can stop the Aces and get the ball back, and they're still 2 scores down, and they're down to 2:15 to go in the game.
And Benton is completely out of timeouts. That's their last one. So
if the Aces get this, it's over.
First down here, and no more plays will have to be run. Really, just hike the ball and let the clock run.
Well, Mount Carmel looking to defeat a river-to-river team for the 4th time this year and improve to 12-1. And in the first year for Coach Darren Peach, get a berth in the state finals.
He'll write a book when this is all over and go on circuit.
I tell you, what a sweet deal this would be for Darren Peach. 4th down and 1 to go. And here's Drone calling. Hands off. Storkman's got it. Oh, he drops the ball, but it's picked up by Peach. Peach picks up the ball and gets the first down. The lineman for the Aces. And the Aces have clinched the game with that first down. Ryan Peach saved the day by picking up the ball. First down of the 22, and this one's over. 2:09 to go in the game, and the Aces are headed to Champaign.
Give Ryan Peach 4 yards on that carry. How about that? Put him in the book.
Ryan Peach gets a carry. The Aces are headed to Champaign. Benton can't stop the clock. Now Carmel leads by 13.
What quite an afternoon of football. It's coming to an end, but 2 good teams out here, and what a great day of football this has been.
Luke Drone, hands off. Butler stopped for a loss, but the clock will continue to run. At the 25, 2nd and 13, we're down to 1:34 to go. Mount Carmel leads Benton 35-22. It's been 20 long years since the Aces were last in the state championship game. A generation later, they're poised to go back to a new locale, though, Memorial Stadium, Champaign, Friday night, with a state title on the line. Drone has 2 wings, gives the ball to Butler, powers his way back to the 20-yard line. Gain of 5, and we are down to 1 minute to go. The Aces fans roaring now on the other side of the field, and the party will soon begin. 1 game left on the mission, though, in the year 2001 to win a state championship. 1 more play, maybe 2, and it's over. We'll go on the field and visit with Darren Peach, who in his first year is going to Champaign. 3rd and 8, 35 seconds to go. Line of scrimmage to 20. And handoff. No, Drone keeps. Outside of the 15, he's brought down. And that is it. Aces win the game. 35-22. We're down to 17. Are you ready for a trip to Champaign? Friday night, 7 o'clock. The Aces will be in the 4A state finals. 3rd trip to the big house. Down to 5-4. The fan stream on the field. The players celebrate, and we are going to Champaign. That's it. Aces win 35-22, and we're in the state finals for the first time since 1981. Mount Carmel now 12-1. They'll represent Southern Illinois next week, the last team standing in the South, playing for the 4A finals against Addison Driscoll Friday night, 7 o'clock in Champaign. We'll be back in a moment. Mark Richardson on the scoring summary. We'll go to the field to visit with winning coach.
First time in 20. Kind of